Okay, so if we have to revise whatever we have seen in this chapter number 3, because now we are coming to the last point of this chapter number 3. Some points are somewhat difficult to understand from chapter number 3, but chapter number 4 is simple. If you see the syllabus, you can understand. So here we have seen at initial point we have discussed, just a minute. So at initial point we have discussed this title of chapter, central idea, importance, objective, outcome, that things we have discussed at start. So all these things I am scrolling fast. Then framework of business ethics that we have seen. Then we saw the definition of what is corporation and what are the key features of corporation. तो point बघितला होता आपण. I will just highlight it. You can check. So first part बघा आता इथं. We have seen what is the meaning of corporation. Its definition we have seen. Then next we have seen the key features of corporation. After that we have discussed whether the corporations have social responsibility, yes or no. So based on that there were two views put by the various researchers. So in one view they have accepted, in one view they have rejected, but ultimately some social responsibility is there with the corporations whenever they are running. Okay, so that is represented by that CSR model. मग आपण एक theory बघितली होती, in which theory scientists has strongly opposed that corporations are having social responsibility. All that points we have seen. Then CSR model आपण बघितलं होतं. So it was under the title as what is the nature of corporate social responsibility. For that we have seen this model of CSR, 4-level model: economic responsibility, then legal, ethical responsibility, and philanthropic responsibility. So these 4 responsibilities are mentioned in this model. Then after that we have seen there are 4 ways for giving the responses for any social responsibility. एखाद्या कॉर्पोरेशनला जर एखादी सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्रेशराइज केली, then they can act in 4 ways or they can give response in 4 ways. So that 4 ways are reaction, defense, accommodation, and proaction. Then outcome of CSR we have seen formation of social policies. See so this point is outcome of corporate social responsibility. So outcome is social policy, social programs, then social impacts. All these are the outcomes of that CSR model. Okay, then stakeholders theory of firm. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण पहिल्यांदा stakeholder म्हणजे काय बघितलं होतं. There are 2 types of stakeholders, internal and external stakeholders. Okay, then we have seen the definition, concept of stakeholder. Then to represent the relationship between the stakeholders and the firm, these 2 models are there, traditional and stakeholder model. Traditional मध्ये फक्त stakeholder जास्त importance दिलं होतं, whereas in stakeholders model all these elements are equally contributing with the particular organization. That points we have seen. Then why stakeholders matter? Stakeholders matter in 2 respects. One is the ethical response, one it is the social impact and another it is the ethical impact. So that 2 ways are there because of which the stakeholders are important. Then next we have seen this one. Stakeholders importance वाढल्यामुळे managementचा role change झाला. Management has to consider about all the stakeholders whenever any decision is going to be taken. Okay, so that thing we have considered. सुरुवातीला फक्त त्यांना shareholdersचा विचार करावा लागत होता. But in the new model, as the stakeholders were also equally important, they have to consider about them also. That is the role change of the management. Then we have seen corporate accountability. So corporate accountability mainly दोन गोष्टींची आहे, that they are responsible for their own decisions. That is first responsibility. And whenever that or they are answerable for their own or whatever decision they are taking, they have to accept whatever are the consequences. Okay, that is one thing. And whenever they are taking any decision in the corporation, that should not overtake or that should not destroy, or it should not happen that any social policy or program it is not followed by the corporate. या दोन गोष्टी अकाउंटेबिलिटी मध्ये बघितल्या होत्या आपण. And another thing we have seen, why the privatization, this is asked in the MCQ many times. In 1980 to 1990 growing trend was कुठला होता? It was the privatization. बऱ्याच गव्हर्नमेंट सेक्टरचं प्रायव्हेटायझेशन मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन झालं होतं ह्या पिरियड मध्ये. कशामुळे झालं? That there are two reasons: increasing power and influence of corporation and government failure. Okay, so because of this the privatization has happened. Okay, so that points we have seen. And then the next point we have started, त्याचे example दिलेले आहेत. That is corporate citizenship. Corporate citizenship is of three types: limited view, equivalent view and extended view of corporate citizenship. Limited way मध्ये फक्त philanthropic responsibilities expected आहेत. So that things already we have discussed. Then in extended view, again some additional rights are given to the particular corporations, and that is social rights, civil right and political rights. Okay, so that things we have completed. And in the previous lecture we have started with this point, understanding corporate governance and ethical issues. Okay, so corporate governance, it is the set of corporate governance means what? Governance means the one who is controlling. So corporate governance is set of procedures, customs, laws, policies and institutions which affect the way of corporation is directed. म्हणजे कॉर्पोरेशनचं सगळं पूर्ण कंट्रोलिंगची जी काही प्रोसेस आहे पूर्ण किंवा कंट्रोलिंगचा जो पूर्ण सेट आहे, that is called as the corporate governance. So corporate governance is a set of procedure, customs, laws, policies and institutions which affect the way of corporation is directed, controlled or formally administered. Okay, so furthermore corporate governance will also include the relationship among the stakeholder. Okay, so that corporate governance we have seen initial part. Then in that we have to see, so these are just additional points whatever are there. What is the process for corporate governance? कुठल्या पद्धतीने कॉर्पोरेटचा गव्हर्नन्स तो होतो, म्हणजे कंट्रोलिंग कसं होतं? So obviously corporate governance is nothing but set of process, customs, laws, institutions that affect the way a corporation is managed. मग त्याच्यामध्ये कुठल्या कुठल्या एलिमेंट असतात? Who are the owners for particular thing? What problems can occur? All that points are given here. Okay, then in the corporation governance, the heading काय आहे बघा ह्या पॉइंटचं. The point is having as the point is having heading as understanding corporate governance and ethical issues. So we understanding corporate governance, so we have seen the definition. in the previous lecture, understanding corporate governance. That point it is completed. And now in this, what ethical issues may arise in the corporate governance, that we have to see. Okay, so definition is expected in this particular point, and then you can see these additional things. What more points comes under the corporation governance? Okay. So here is one point having the name as agency relation between manager and stakeholder. So what is the relation between the manager and the stakeholder or any authority with a simple employee? So principal or stakeholder म्हणजे main जो आहे boss we can say, and this is the agent or manager, that is we can consider equivalent to the employee. So what this boss is seeking, boss or what that shareholder is looking for, shareholder looks for profit, rising share price, etc. And what the agent or manager looks, he looks for the remuneration, power, esteem, etc. Okay, so that is what is the relationship between the stakeholders, employees and authorities. त्याच्यासाठी हे एक principle दिलेला आहे, or we can say that particular point as principal agent relation. So what is the relationship between the any authority and the employee or the stakeholder? Okay, so that is represented here. Then next point we have to see what are the ethical issues in corporate governance. Okay, so this point I will highlight. ह्या हेडिंगच्या अंडर आपण आता पुढचे पॉइंट बघतोय. So the point is ethical issues in corporate governance. Corporate governance म्हणजे काय बघितलं आपण, it is set of rules, policies, set of people who combinedly are working and monitoring the corporate related activities, that is called as corporate governance. Corporate governance मध्ये कुठले ethical issues येऊ शकतात which need to be solved or which needs to be handled properly. That issues now we are going to discuss. Okay, so if the question is asked, explain the ethical issues in the corporate governance, then these particular points we are supposed to write. So we will see that points one by one. So the corporate governance examines the main issues arising here, focusing specifically on those that primarily affect the stakeholders. म्हणजे corporate governance मधले जे ethical issues आहेत, mainly that ethical issues are related with the stakeholders. Okay, so that issues are, I will just read that issues first, then we will see one by one. अर्थ लक्षात येतोय का ह्या पॉइंटचा? काय बघायचं आपल्याला ह्या पॉइंटच्या अंडर? Are you getting this point? Newly we have started now. Ethical issue in corporate governance. आपण आधी corporate governance ची definition बघितली, this overall concept बघितला. Now we have to see what kind of or which kind of the ethical issues are arrived in the corporate governance. Okay, so in the first point we are seeing here that the corporate governance examines the main issues arising which are mainly focusing on the primary or which are mainly or primarily related with the stakeholders. Mostly all the ethical issues are related with the stakeholders. Okay, so first issue is executive accountability and control, executive remuneration, then third, ethical aspects of the mergers and acquisitions, then the role of financial markets and their insider training, then role of accountants and reforming the governance. So we will see one by one all these points. Are you getting what point we are discussing? Yes, Meenakshi.
येस
बघतोय
मॅम.
आपण पॉइंट की कॉर्पोरेट गव्हर्नन्स मध्ये कुठले इथिकल इश्यूज येऊ शकतात आणि त्यातला मेन पॉइंट काय आहे की मोस्ट ऑफ द इथिकल इश्यूज इन द कॉर्पोरेट गव्हर्नन्स दे आर रिलेटेड विथ द stakeholders. So these issues we will see one by one. These words are new, so we will see first its meaning and then we will go to the particular point. Okay, so executive accountability and control. So many times the situation comes that if two elements are equally important in any organization, समजा I'm not saying two persons, if some cases two elements are having equal importance, म्हणजे suppose part A is there, part B is there, so if both the parts are having the equal importance in running of the organization, if they are having the equal rights, they are having the equal responsibilities and they are having equal power, then in that case sometimes it is difficult to decide मग जी फायनल ऑथॉरिटी आहे किंवा फायनल एखादा प्रॉफिट असेल, लॉस असेल, तर तो फायनली कुणाचा आहे. अकाउंटेबिलिटी म्हणजे काय, अल्टिमेटली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सगळ्या गोष्टींची आणि कंट्रोल सगळ्या गोष्टींचा हा कुणाचा आहे असा प्रश्न त्या ठिकाणी बऱ्याचदा निर्माण होतो. सो इन द सेम कंटेक्स्ट वी हॅव टू सी दिस पॉइंट. सो हिअर इट इज गिवन एक्सप्लेनेशन. The most important element is a separate body of people that supervises and controls the management on the behalf of principals, namely the board of directors. म्हणजे बऱ्याच ठिकाणी काय होतं की board of directors they are taking the particular decisions in the corporation. Then in practice this tends to result in a dual structure of the लीडरशिप. म्हणजे आपण एखाद्या वेळेस कॉर्पोरेशनला काय म्हणतो की कॉर्पोरेशन इज मेनली गव्हर्न्ड बाय द शेअर होल्डर्स. म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये जे शेअर होल्डर्स आहेत दे आर ऑल्सो इक्वली और दे आर ऑल्सो हॅव्हिंग द इक्वल राईट इन द पर्टिक्युलर corporation. And on other hand there is another thing which is known as board of director or that board of director team who is also equally responsible or equally they are having right to take the decision. मग अशा केस मध्ये बऱ्याचदा it happens that it is forming the dual structure. So in one structure we are considering this board of director team and in another structure or in another party we are considering the shareholders. So in between them many times the dilemma comes that who will be having more accountability related to the company profit or loss. So this ethical issue comes first, that is executive accountability and control. Okay, so in practice this tends to result in a dual structure of the leadership of a publicly owned corporation. On the other hand there are executives, directors who are actually responsible for running the corporation. So along with this board of directors there are executive directors also who are responsible for running the organization. So between them the situation comes about that accountability. Okay, and third part, on the other there are non-executive directors who are supposed to ensure that the corporation is being run in the interest of the principals, that is usually shareholders. तीन एलिमेंट आपल्याला याच्यात बघावं लागतात. बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर इज वन टीम. बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर इज फर्स्ट, then the other executive directors are there who are also equally responsible for running the corporation, and third again the company is running in the interest of the shareholders. So under these three cases or between these three cases such issues can occur: executive accountability and control. Who is having the ultimate control and who is the final responsible person for any things which are occurring. हा पहिला ethical issues ह्याच्यामध्ये क्रिएट होऊ शकतो. मग इथे त्यांनी एक्झाम्पल दिलेले आहेत खाली. The different governance framework in Europe, it give rise to the important difference in how this board is structured and composed of the confidential things. Okay, so that examples they have given. So under this, just you have to understand one point, that these three aspects we have to consider under the executive accountability and control. First one, it is the board of directors, then executive director, and company has to work in the interest of the shareholders. मग ह्या तीन मध्ये accountability issues create होऊ शकतात. Okay, so that is the first ethical issue. Then second issue is executive remuneration. Okay, so executive remuneration means, so many of the times in companies it usually occurs की बऱ्याचदा काय होतं की executive remuneration ह्याचा अर्थ काय आहे. I will just show you what is its exact meaning. See, so executive remuneration means the term remuneration implies to total compensation at the executive level. Remuneration can include it can include the options like bonuses, expense accounts, and other form of the compensation. आता बऱ्याच कंपन्यांमध्ये कसं असतं युजली की जे एम्प्लॉई आहेत they are having on and average that salary, and those who are working at higher positions like managers किंवा एखादा हेड असेल किंवा चीफ एक्झिक्युटिव्ह ऑफिसर असेल, always there is lot of difference in the salary of the employee and the authority. It is very simple that lot of difference is there in the salary of the average employee and salary of the higher post person. मग एक्झिक्युटिव्ह रिमॅन्युरेशन म्हणजे काय. मग आता जर एम्प्लॉईला सॅलरी कमी असेल तर इट नीड्स टू बी कम्पेन्सेटेड इन सम ऑर अदर वेज. मग त्याच्यासाठी जे कम्पेन्सेशनचे वेज आहेत, that ways are written here. That is nothing but we are calling it as executive remuneration. म्हणजे हा जो सॅलरी मधला गॅप आहे ऍव्हरेज एम्प्लॉई सॅलरी अँड हाय पोस्ट पर्सन इन द कंपनी, सो दॅट गॅप हॅज टू बी फुलफिल्ड. त्याच्यासाठी जे ऑप्शन्स आपण बघतो दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द एक्झिक्युटिव्ह रिमनरेशन. सो द टर्म रिमनरेशन एम्प्लॉईज टू द टोटल compensation. So at the executive level, these remunerations can include options such as bonuses, expense accounts, and other form of the compensation. Sometimes it is in terms of the incentive also. So where the employees are having very less salary and the authorities are having high salary, तो कम्पेन्सेशन करण्यासाठी बोनस दिला जातो किंवा एम्प्लॉईजला एक्सपेन्सेस अकाउंट दिले जातात. समटाइम्स दे आर हॅव्हिंग द क्रेडिट कार्ड्स ऑल्सो, समटाइम्स दे आर गिवन द इन्सेंटिव्ह. हा दुसरा इथिकल इश्यू ह्याच्यामध्ये आहे कॉर्पोरेट गव्हर्नन्स मध्ये, दॅट सॅलरी इश्यू इट इज देअर. ओके, सो द इश्यूज ऑफ एक्झिक्युटिव्ह पे अँड इन पर्टिक्युलर accusations that senior managers have enjoyed fat cat salaries at the expense of the shareholders. आता कॉर्पोरेशन मध्ये काय होतं, बरेचदा शेअर होल्डर्स हे मेन इन्व्हेस्टर्स असतात, बट द सॅलरी benefit whatever the managers are getting, that is obviously very more as compared with the shareholders back whatever they are getting. shareholders ला जे मिळतं त्याच्यापेक्षा पर्टिक्युलर केसेस मध्ये त्या मॅनेजर्सची सॅलरी खूप जास्त असते. एक्सपेन्स अँड दॅट इज ऍट द एक्सपेन्सेस ऑफ shareholder, employee, consumer, and other shareholders has been a feature of the business process over the past decade. मग ही जी हाय सॅलरी आहे मॅनेजर्सची किंवा हाय लेवल पोस्ट पर्सनची, तर ती आणि एव्हरेज सॅलरी किंवा स्टेक होल्डरला शेअर होल्डरला जो मोबदला मिळतो त्याच्या कंपॅरिझन मध्ये ती सॅलरी खूप हाय आहे. आणि हे कम्पेन्सेट करण्यासाठी जे काही रिम्युनरेशन ऑन अँड ॲव्हरेज सगळ्या स्टेक होल्डरला दिलं जातं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज एक्झिक्युटिव्ह रिमनरेशन. अँड दॅट इन्क्लुड्स with what kind of the remunerations? That can include the bonus, incentive, or some mediclaim policies, or some we can say the credit cards are given, or some company accounts are given for shopping, from where they can buy their required things. म्हणजे कुठल्या पद्धतीने आपण एम्प्लॉईला किंवा शेअर होल्डर्सला, स्टेक होल्डर्सला इकॉनॉमिकल बेनिफिट देऊ शकतो टू फुलफिल द गॅप बिटवीन देअर लेस income and high salaries of the authorized person. Okay, that is the second ethical issue arising in the corporate governance, that is executive remuneration. Okay, then third issue, so we have seen first two issues. Just a minute. Third issue we will see ethical aspects of mergers and acquisitions. Okay. So mergers and acquisitions म्हणजे काय मला सांगू शकता का कोणी? बघा, जेव्हा कंपन्या ओव्हरटेक होतात किंवा मर्ज होतात, रिलेटेड टू दॅट सिमिलर मीनिंग इट इज हॅव्हिंग हिअर these words, mergers and acquisitions. I will also show you that meaning with some example. Just a minute. See, mergers and acquisitions, this is commonly used term in business ethics. So mergers and acquisitions are defined as consolidation of companies. दोन वेगवेगळे अर्थ आहेत त्याच्या. Mergers means what? Just a minute. So mergers means, mergers is the combination of two companies to form one. जेव्हा दोन कंपन्या एकत्र येऊन combinedly or in collaboration they are working, that is called as the mergers. आणि acquisition म्हणजे काय? Acquisition is one company taken over by the other company. हा अर्थ आहे mergers and acquisition चा. मग जेव्हा एखाद्या कंपनीचं दुसऱ्या कंपनी सोबत कंबाइनली मर्जिंग होतं, किंवा when the another company is completely taking all the rights of that company, that is called as the acquisition. So when such things occurs in this corporate, ethical issues काय होऊ शकतात तिथं सांगा मला. एखादी दोन कंपन्या जर मर्ज झाल्या, सपोज आता तुम्ही एखाद्या कंपनीमध्ये काम करताय आणि तुमची कंपनी दुसऱ्या कंपनी सोबत मर्ज झाली आणि त्यांनी इक्वली येऊन कंबाइनली काहीतरी एखाद्या प्रोडक्ट वरती किंवा एखाद्या ह्याच्यावरती ते काम करतायत, तर ह्या केस मध्ये काय इथिकल इश्यूज येऊ शकतात मर्जिंग मध्ये सांगा मला. व्हॉट इथिकल इश्यूज कॅन कम इन द मर्जिंग? व्हेरी सिंपल एक्झाम्पल आय एम गिव्हिंग. तुम्ही एखाद्या कंपनीत काम करत असला, ती कंपनी जर दुसऱ्या कंपनी सोबत मर्ज झाली तर दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज मर्जर्स. सो व्हॉट एस्पेक्ट or what ethical things can face problem in such case? काय होऊ शकतो मला सांगा ethical problem? So obviously that two companies will have the yes, anybody is giving answer, you can.
There will be the different policies or different laws or that to
Okay. Your voice is not audible properly.
Ethical problem.
So whenever
there will be the different policies or rules.
Yes, correct. आता या केसमध्ये बघा, दोन कंपन्या जर मर्ज झाल्या तर त्याला काय आपण म्हणतो, ethical aspect related to the mergers. So the mergers and acquisition might be encouraged if they involve the transfer of assets to other or transfer of assets to the owner who will use them more productively and create the wealth. ते जर इक्वली दोन्हीकडे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट झाले असतील then there is no any problem. But if इथं सुद्धा काही स्पेसिफिक राइट्स, काही स्पेसिफिक ऍसेट किंवा द इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग्स, इफ दोज आर होल्ड बाय अ पर्टिक्युलर, इफ सपोज A and B, that two companies are merged, A आणि B कडे इक्वल राईट न राहता जर एकाच कंपनीकडे राहिले किंवा कमी जास्त प्रमाणात राहिले तर त्या केसमध्ये एम्प्लॉईजना प्रॉब्लेम येऊ शकतो. और द वे विच यू हॅव गिवन आन्सर, पॉलिसीज आर डिफरंट, culture is different for every company. So merging of that two cultures may also face sometimes problems. Okay, that is aspect related to the mergers. आणि acquisition मध्ये सुद्धा काय होतं, त्याच्यामध्ये तर एक कंपनी पूर्णतः दुसऱ्याला ओव्हरटेक करते, तर त्याच्यामध्ये इथिकल व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ दॅट एम्प्लॉई, सपोज मी एखाद्या कंपनीत काम करते, माझं फर्स्ट ओनर इज डिफरंट, सो इफ आय एम गेटिंग प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट देअर, आणि जो नवीन ओव्हरटेक करतो त्याला किंवा ज्याच्याकडे मालकी हक्क गेलेत कंपनीचे, इफ आय फील दॅट इज नॉट बिहेविंग प्रॉपरली और दे आर नॉट गिव्हिंग जस्टिस, किंवा बऱ्याचदा फरक असतो की आपले बेसिक ओनर असतात किंवा आणि त्यांनी कोणाला तर ती कंपनी विकली आणि की जे नवीन ओनर असतात, ऑब्विसली द ट्रीटमेंट मे नॉट बी गिवन सेम. सो दॅट इज द ethical aspects which can arise because of this merging of two organizations and the totally monitoring of one organization by another. Okay, so that kind of ethical issues may come. Then these are the two main aspects, and the next we will consider, that is speculative faith stock. So often discussed problem is the speculative nature of share prices. If we think of the recent that .com bubble and all other companies that had not. Okay, so that is one another ethical issue which we have to consider in this corporate governance. Okay, so and related to this also, the last ethical issue is role of financial market and inside training. So related to the financial market, the two companies are different. So that issues come in the corporate governance, and whatever trainings are given to the employees, that trainings are also different. So under such condition, or when we consider about the various financial markets and various inside trainings, the ethical issues can come. Okay, so these four ethical issues are sufficient if you write in the particular question in the exam. Okay, so corporate governance मध्ये जे ethical issues येतात त्याची लिस्ट आपण इथं बघितली आहे. Okay, so the ethical issues are titled here. Corporate. So first ethical issue is executive accountability and control, executive remuneration, ethical aspect of mergers and acquisitions, role of financial markets and insider training. Okay, so that much also if you write, that is okay. Next to point kutle, role of accountants. So role of accountants may change from companies to company or from corporation to corporation. That is the next ethical issue. And reforming the governance. जर त्याचे rights बदलले तर obviously that all policies also you have to change. Okay, so these are the overall ethical issues in the corporate governance, okay, which you have to write. So here we are completing the chapter number 3. Okay, so I will just scroll down fastly these MCQs. So I have shared you the PDF which contains MCQ of all the chapters. So you can just go through these MCQs Quickly we will take one by one. Because already we are having that answers here. See here, first question. What is the full form of CSR? CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. Then second is a multi-layered concept which can be differentiated into 4 interrelated aspects: economical, legal, ethical, and philanthropic. So that is called as CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. Again, the next question, dash emphasis the economic, legal, and ethical and philanthropic expectations. So again, the answer will be the CSR. Then, which responsibility of corporation to do what is right and fair even when they are not compelled to do so. जे compulsory नसतं, still we are doing by considering the basic norms. That is ethical responsibility. That is not compulsory, but we are following it by our own. That is ethical responsibility. The next dash refers to the capacity of corporation to respond to social pressure. That is corporate social responsibility. CSR refers to the capacity of corporation to respond to the social pressure. Okay, that is CSR. Then next dash the corporation accepts responsibility and does what is demanded it by relevant groups. Okay, so that is accommodation. Dash is starting the company's values and beliefs and goals with regard to its social environment. So that is social policies. So next questions are again simple. For every question, the answer is also given. So you can see it and you can understand the MCQs. Okay, assignment questions again simple. आपल्या PPT मध्ये PDF मध्ये सगळ्याचे आन्सर आहेत. So that you can see. And now very important thing that from next lecture onwards, we are going to start with chapter number 4. So you just have a look at this because tomorrow maybe the lecture will be only recording. So employees and consumers and business. Okay, so that is the chapter number 4 that we are going to start in the next lecture. I will just show you PPT of that. This PPT is also I will put in your study material today itself so that you can have idea. Employees, consumers and business ethics. हे 3 main element आहेत. Employees, consumers and how the business ethics is followed between them. Okay, so that points we will see in the next lecture. Okay, so today we will stop here as your lunch break time is already over. So you join the next lecture as per timetable at 2 p.m. So we will stop here. So type your number in the chat box and you can leave.
Ma'am, can we now discuss that points?